A vast ocean stretches out, waves crashing and birds soaring. A single ship appears on the horizon, navigating the treacherous waters. The age of exploration has begun. A bustling Italian port city, Genoa, in the mid-15th century. Trade and commerce thrive, and the young Columbus grows up curious and ambitious, surrounded by tales of distant lands. In a dimly lit room, Columbus pores over maps and scrolls, captivated by the idea of a direct sea route to the Indies. He's determined to make the journey. Columbus stands before the Spanish court, passionately pitching his plan to Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand. After much persuasion, they agree to sponsor his expedition. The Santa Maria, Pinta, and Nina, Columbus's 3 ships, set sail from Spain. The crew is a mix of experienced sailors and adventurers, all eager for discovery. Days turn to weeks. Morale wanes as the vast Atlantic seems endless. Doubt creeps in. Some crew members whisper of mutiny. A shout echoes. Land! An island appears on the horizon, signaling their arrival in the New World. The date is October 12, 1492. Columbus and his crew step onto the shores of the Bahamian island, San Salvador. They're the first Europeans to set foot in the Americas in centuries. The indigenous Taino people greet the strangers with caution and curiosity. Initial exchanges are peaceful, marked by trade and gifts. The explorers discover gold ornaments, igniting their thirst for wealth. This drive would shape future interactions and expeditions. Over subsequent voyages, Columbus explores Cuba, Hispaniola, and other Caribbean islands. Settlements begin, but not without conflict and resistance. Columbus's governance in Hispaniola draws criticism. Accusations of mistreatment and tyranny arise. The allure of gold and riches leads to forced labor of the indigenous populations, causing suffering and drastically reducing their numbers. Despite the controversies, Columbus's voyages open doors for further exploration. Europe's interest in the New World intensifies. Back in Spain, Columbus enjoys a period of fame and fortune. He's celebrated as a pioneer, but envy and politics cloud his achievements.
Columbus embarks on his 3rd voyage, discovering Trinidad and the Venezuelan coast. However, challenges persist, both with the crew and the colonies. Governance disputes escalate. Columbus and his brothers are arrested and sent back to Spain in chains. Though he regains his freedom, Columbus's reputation suffers. He is no longer the governor of the Indies. Undeterred, Columbus embarks on a 4th and final voyage, exploring Central America. He faces shipwrecks, hostile natives, and more hardships. After years of exploration, Columbus returns to Spain for the last time, tired and disillusioned. He passes away in 1506. The legacy of Columbus is complex. He's credited with opening the Americas to European exploration and eventual colonization. His voyages lead to the Columbian Exchange, a massive transfer of plants, animals, culture, and unfortunately diseases between the Old and New Worlds. Tomatoes, potatoes, and maize make their way to Europe, transforming diets and agriculture. Conversely, European diseases devastate indigenous populations. Columbus's interactions with indigenous people are controversial. His voyages bring both cooperation and conflict, trade and subjugation. Modern perspectives vary. Some view Columbus as a brave explorer, while others criticize his treatment of indigenous populations. Monuments and statues of Columbus dot the globe. However, debates about his legacy lead to calls for their removal or reinterpretation. In the Americas, Indigenous Peoples Day emerges as an alternative to Columbus Day, emphasizing native histories and cultures. The age of exploration Columbus heralded shaped the modern world, for better and for worse. His story is one of ambition, discovery, and lasting impact. As we reflect on Columbus's legacy, it's essential to consider all facets: the exploration, the encounters, and the lasting consequences. The sun sets over the horizon, mirroring the end of Columbus's era. His story serves as a reminder of the complexities of history and human endeavor.